Yeah, interesting, Cynthia. I didn't even know that your first TEDx talk was on perimenopause, menopause, because your second talk on intermittent fasting, more famous. It reached over 15 million views. And yeah, I didn't know that you was on forefront actually of this topic, perimenopause and menopause and women health. Interesting, really interesting. So as you're so experienced in this and you're on a mission to empower women, let's discuss a little bit how can women navigate hormonal changes and manage those symptoms which you just mentioned. Sleep, all other hot flashes, and much more than that. A decrease in cognition, probably sometimes also. And yeah, so how can we navigate these symptoms with more ease and more empowerment? And how actually those lifestyle factors such as stress, sleep, nutrition play a really important role in this women's health?
Yeah, it's such an important question because I would say to anyone that the most important things we can do while we're navigating that second third of our lifetime is really reflecting on lifestyle. So, making sure you're getting high quality sleep, moving your body every day, whether it's strength training or high intensity interval training or just zone 2 training, making sure that you're consuming anti-inflammatory nutrition. I jokingly say we can't eat like we were 18 anymore. It's a time when inflammatory foods, whether it's gluten or grains or dairy or sugar or alcohol, you have to really look at your relationship with them and whether or not they no longer serve you. And
Because
then
of
really
estrogen, because estrogen naturally is anti-inflammatory.
couple different things. I think that what is really the precursor to the beginning of perimenopause is this loss of progesterone. So our ovaries are the pacemaker of aging in our bodies, and as our ovaries are producing less and less progesterone, because our ovaries are as old as we are. Unlike sperm that gets replenished every 72 hours, we are born with a finite amount of eggs. And so the hallmark of the beginning of perimenopause is less circulating progesterone. And I'm going to give you an oversimplification, but what that can lead to is some women may initially notice the week before their menstrual cycle, they have more anxiety, more depression, they may not sleep as well. They can also develop what I refer to as relative estrogen dominance because during perimenopause, we have 20 to 30% higher levels of estrogen than we do at any other point in our lives. So you become estrogen dominant, which can lead to very heavy cycles, breast pain, bloating, weight loss resistance, which no one wants to deal with. And so, like, helping women understand that estrogen plays a lot of different roles, but it's always this attuned balance with progesterone. So if a woman has polycystic ovarian syndrome, as an aside, they're already starting perimenopause with less progesterone. And so these may be women that get a magnification of symptoms as they're making this transition. So yes, estrogen does have some potent anti-inflammatory effects. The loss of estrogen also impacts immune function, which impacts our susceptibility to leaky gut. Leaky gut is important because if you open up those junctions in the small intestine, you can leak food particles into your bloodstream. And I would say most, if not all of us, have experienced even transient leaky gut. Sometimes you get it after eating a meal, after strenuous exercise, after a round of antibiotics. But women in middle age, in particular, with that loss of estrogen signaling in the gut, are just much more likely to develop the sequelae and the food sensitivity piece. But a lot of what we can do to temper the side effects or the symptoms we experience is with lifestyle. So again, the sleep, the anti-inflammatory nutrition, kind of reevaluating our relationship with alcohol. But yes, lifestyle can be very important, as well as specific supplements, and then I would say hormone replacement therapy.
So basically, we need to look at this ratio between progesterone and estrogen, right?
Yes, I would say most women benefit in perimenopause with some progesterone. And the interesting thing is that traditional allopathic medicine, oftentimes what they offer women are oral contraceptives, which is not hormone replacement therapy, or they offer a progestin IUD, which is not a bioidentical option, or then surgical interop. So I always recommend that patients talk to their GYN, talk to their internist about the possibility of oral progesterone therapy as an option in lieu of those synthetic hormones, which can be very helpful. Let me be clear, if someone's already using an IUD or taking oral contraceptives. I think in perimenopause, if they need contraceptives, I think that's a very important discussion to have. With that being said, my best recommendation is usually just to start with progesterone, even if it's for a week or two out of your cycle.
But progesterone bioidentical.
Yes. So progestin is the synthetic option, and it is, people will say that something created in a lab is not identical to what our bodies make. Progesterone is the one that has all the benefits. Our hormone receptors know what to do with that. Progestin is very, very different, not just biochemically, but the way it interacts in our bodies.
Yeah, it's very logical that bioidentical hormones is always better than synthetic hormones, and really good suggestion. So we will have such a topic at our conference. Thank you so much for joining us as a keynote speaker at the Ultimate Wellness Conference at Faena Forum in Miami Beach on September 26th through 28th. It's going to be a 3-day longevity conference where you can learn from the best experts in biohacking and longevity, explore cutting-edge biotech and health tech devices, eco-friendly products, and of course immerse yourself in transformative wellness experiences, including spiritual meditation, sound healing, breath work. So dear followers, please join us and purchase your ticket with the promo code Cynthia at the ultimatewellness.miami/forum. Welcome.